Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. Today, a tool haul from Klein. Just some stuff. I was at the local Lowe's home improvement store, the blue box, and I like to peruse the Klein aisle when I go through there. They had quite a few things going on. I got a couple of little deals I'll pop up here for you in a minute if they're still going. For example, one of them was the flippable utility knife, the Klein Tools. Singles were running $12.95, I think, $12.50, and you could get a double pack for like $20. It was a pretty good deal if you like the little Klein utility knife. It's got the the little stripper at the bottom, the blade, quick interchange, easy blade, swap out, big fat pocket clip so it doesn't break off there. Hopefully, like some of your other stuff does. But anyway, I love this one. But that's not really what I bought today. I just wanted to show you this because we're going to tear some of this apart. Let's go to the top first to get this out of the way. It's a tape measure, yeah. I got this. It's a 16-foot compact. I had a Milwaukee on my bag at work, and somebody somehow, somewhere, or not to blame anyone, I laid it down and it walked away on its own. It grew wings and flew, so my little Milwaukee 16-foot took a powder, and so I was in the tool aisle, and I thought, I need another 16-footer. I don't do anything that long a measuring where I need a big 25-foot honker. It is a little wider than I would imagine. It's probably about the same as the Milwaukee, though. It just feels a little bigger. It's, let's see, this is Thailand made, durable nylon coating. Increases your blade wear, easy to read, bold lines marked every 1/8 inch. So yeah, it is big and bold there, and it's both sides. You got the white and the yellow. Smooth retraction, and I mean that's pretty much it. It's a measuring tape, and I just needed one, so I thought I'd give the Klein brand a try on the measuring tapes. See if we can get that out of there. It's got a tricky little spring action clip in there. You got to get that piece out, I'm guessing. Yeah. Here's where the coordination of years of mechanical work comes in, because you got to fight that joker to get it out. But yeah, it is compact. It's a little nice handful. It doesn't stick. It may be a little wider than my little Milwaukee, but not much. So my tape clip on my Vito open top pack there is on the end, so hopefully it'll stay in. It's also got the lock fingertip grip on there, so that's nice. And it says, where did I see it? It's supposed to go out to 13-foot reach without folding over on you. That's only 3 foot away from the maximum length, so that's pretty impressive. So I don't have any way to test it in here and show you the proof, but I mean, I've seen other guys on there, reach out pretty far, and let me see how far. Maybe we can do it like this. I'm going out to the end of the studio broadcast audience, and we'll see. And you just have to trust me that it's floating free in the air over there. Well, that was me. It made 9 feet right there where it clipped. So I am kind of cramped up in the studio part here. So maybe not the best test, but yeah, got that. So that's the first thing. Yeah, I'm going to save this for last. You guys know better. I saw that, I think Morgan's Maintenance showed off this little mechanical marking tool. Ever since I got the Pica dry erase or dry pencil, I love these things. And then now Klein's got it, so I'm in the Klein aisle. I saw it. So we're going to take a look. Let me read what it says first before I tear it apart. Marks on most job site materials. So there you go. Mechanical marking tool from Scribe. I guess Scribes is the partner. Built-in sharpener, mechanical marking pencil. If you've seen these are awesome. They got a little extra, it's a little shaft that's a little thinner so you can get down. I like these. If you're doing a lot of welding, buttonhole welding where you've drilled a hole in a piece and you weld down through it. Well, you got the hole drilled, and then you need to mark it. Not necessarily with these graphites, but they do make like white leads that you can put in there. And let me see if they're all graphite. Yeah, these are all old gray graphite lead pencil look. Yep. So you get 3 spares at least. That's a good sign. And then you've got usually have the holder that you know, clips on your pocket, your overalls, your bag, and then your pencil comes out like so, leaving your cool holder so you can you know, always put it back in there. Just like the Pika, it's got the sharpener on the bottom. I think I saw somebody said there's a brand that's got the sharpener up here. I think that was Morgan's Maintenance did that. Maybe Tools and Tactics showed that one off. But you know, you run your sharpener in there, and they made a good point that you got to pull that all the way out to use your sharpener. But you know, it's not that difficult. It's kind of a triangular feel, so it's definitely not going to roll on you. Stays on the desk pretty well. Your work site, your lumber, and slides back in. It does have a much more positive lock than it feels like my Pika does. Let me stand by one. Let me check. Okay, yeah. So the Pika has a little more friction fit, and it's tight, but it's not as tight as the Klein Scribes here. It's got like a positive button in there, it feels like, or maybe it doesn't. I don't see any indentation where a button would fit in there, but it feels like it clicks. So maybe it's down at the bottom, or one of these pieces maybe. Hard to see down there, but I mean, it clicks. Can you hear it? Click. So it feels like there's a little plastic tab in there holding it in somewhere. Yeah, you want a little side-by-side comparison. The Pika is round and it'll roll, but it does have little finger knobs down there, finger knurling, that would probably slow it down a little bit. Wouldn't roll straight off. Your round versus your triangular shape. The Pika has more of a looser lead advancement. The Klein clicks a little more. But I'm sure once you open them up, they slide back in. Yeah. So, just something to look at. Like I was saying, the Pika with the sharpener on the bottom also. So yeah, we'll take this one and test it out and see what let me see, it doesn't say anything. Made in China. Yeah, there's you got different leads you can use. White, yellow, red. I think those are a wax pencil more than a graphite. Refillable lead sold separately. Yeah, triangle barrel for anti-roll, reinforced pocket clip. The thing I like about these is, yeah, we've all got the old carpenter pencil and whatever you mark with. But hopefully you get in the habit of putting it back in the holder wherever you got it clipped on your pocket or your belt or your overhauls, whatever. That way you're not looking around for the where'd you drop your marking pencil at, because you know we all do that. Me especially. I do that a lot. Hell, I can have it taped on my head and I still forget where it's at. Okay, so that's the Klein Scribes marking pencil. Pretty nice. Orange, bright orange, hard to miss. Last but not least, look at here. The Klein Tools 7-in-1 ratcheting nut driver. Stubby screwdriver nut driver. I was thinking of this. I saw it and I'm like, this might be the one I want to put in my SC45 EDC toolkit. It is Connects compatible. Klein Connects. If you've seen those, the boxes with all the extra, you know, got all the stuff in it. Forward fixed and reverse ratcheting. So that was another thing. I was starting to get into these ratcheting drivers. I'm loving them. Impact rated. All components are impact rated for use with the impact driver. Precision machine bit tips and cushion grip handle. Greater torque and comfort. It goes back over it in Espanol and en français, I think. So, yeah. I'm hoping that the little 1/4-inch drive setup, you can swap that out and get some work done with it. Because This ratcheting stubby is probably going to be the one that takes over in the tool barn, or in the tool bag. Let me see. Oh yeah, super smooth, really nice, as Klein you would expect. And much like the 11-in-1, I think the whole barrel assembly comes out. Got a good coating of lubrication on there, so that's good. Yeah, there's your connect, their bigger connect size star piece that goes with the rest of them. Yeah, that thing's really oily. Nice. So let's see, we got a nice weird configuration on this where it's got indentions up and down the shaft, not a straight hex shaft. Same with the 5/16 little bit. And oh, well, look at that. That's not going to fit anywhere else. That's going to be your other side piece. And then I think this side is the 1/4 inch. Yeah, so this one you can take different bits. Holy smoke, that thing is oily. Let me find a towel to get some of the oil off. Okay, let me wipe this down a little bit. It is quite lubricated. And it's in there pretty doggone tight. I'm probably going to have to get something in there, get that out with, but okay, I had to pull that out with the old lineman's pliers because, man, it was in there. Yeah, so there's it's a, reversible bit, double-sided, Phillips and flat, and then the other side is same thing. Looks like your number 2 Phillips and your smaller flat is on the 5/16 side. And then your number 1 Phillips and a wider flat is on the 1/4 inch drive side. So we're going to test that. We got those. We see those work. Fantastic. Can we switch it out? Yeah, feels like it. There's a DeWalt square drive bit. Fits in there. Question is, will it go down in the barrel? Yeah, so as you guessed it, the old Frankenstein's monster again. We can make it into a million different pieces. So that, and then we got let's test. I got some of these Weehaw Blue Devil, Blue Demon impact rated bits. Oh, those fit nice in there. So yeah, ratcheting. So this might have just unseated whatever I had in there before. I don't even remember, to tell you the truth. Air compressor just came on. Sorry about that. Let me go shut it off. Test out some other stuff in there. The DeWalt little square drive fits down in the main barrel. Sticks in there pretty nice. Did we test the Weehaw Blue Demon, Blue Devil? I forget what they call those bits. But that one fits down there pretty nice. Now the 5/16 side, you're probably going to be stuck using those because nobody makes a 5/16 bit, as far as I know, at least none with a bunch of uses. So, but you can always go back in there. There's that side's 1/4 inch also. If you ran a Torx bit in there. And of course, I got my longer Nico impact rated bits. That's another thing with these. They're impact rated. You can stick that down in your 1/4 inch impact driver. You got a 5/16 nut driver in there. Or, do it however you want it. Thing runs any way you want. Because it's Klein, and Klein makes the great stuff. That's me. That's part number 32561 HDRT. So the stubby ratcheting impact rated 7-in-1. Of course, we all know there's more. They just count each piece. You can do 1,000,001 things with that. So there we go. A little quick Klein tool haul for you. Some of the things I just had to have: my tape, We're just showing off the comparison between the Scribe, their newest Scribes with a S, their newest marking pencil, bright orange, and my Klein Tools 16, and the 7-in-1 Ratcheting impact rated stubby screwdriver. This thing feels great. Stay tuned for some check-ins and see how it's going with this thing. We'll give it a run through. I'm pretty sure that's going to fit down in the EDC bag, the SC45. Did I mention you can lock it in the middle and you don't have ratcheting, you just have a regular screwdriver. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, gals. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for all the input and the comments, everybody. We love that. You know, more comments helps the channel, obviously. But, you know, I don't want you to comment just for the sake of comment. If you want to argue about why this is the dumbest setup we got, let me know. I'll take it. I'll listen. Anyway, if you like it, let me know that too. Fill me in, you know. I mostly get positive stuff. Everybody loves Klein, Knipex. If you're here watching, you're probably a tool person, and tools make your day. So there we go. All right, guys, have a good one.